to the Front Runners podcast for all your gossip, news, and GP reviews.
Poopan. No, what was it?
Poopy.
Poop.
Poopy.
Poopy.
Nah, well, it's Front Runners podcast. We're talking about some stuff.
You didn't bring the iPad over.
Nah, I'll have to read off my phone.
Oh,
I
it's
forgot to
not
charge the iPad.
Not so fish now. That's why you got a cup of.
Oh, yeah. I got a
You were
Malibu.
doing so well. You
We
seemed
had-
really efficient.
Right. I had
you
the
know.
setup perfect this time, except for the
A
iPad.
coffee makes you look a bit more intelligent,
Does it?
and
Yeah, it does have a
What does it
Malibu
say?
logo on it. Makes you look a bit of a puss.
and then you go and ruin it by forgetting the iPad.
Yeah, but then look at the state of this table, so not really that grown up.
Fingers taste like toxic waste.
Alright. Anyway, she hadn't even had toxic waste, this is why it's even worse. So we got our calendars set up as well. As you can see behind. With all your any holidays you're on, you have to write it on there, your holiday form that is.
Okay, well done.
I'll write it on the
Sam's
girl
going on
one,
loads,
you write on the
so-
man one.
That seems legit.
Yeah?
Yeah, I can do that.
Anyway, guys, I've learned in the last week. Guess who's the biggest piece of shit on the F1 grid? Well, no, not on the
You
F1
learned
grid,
a
but
few
in the
weeks-
F1
a few
in the
hours
F1
ago.
world.
Yeah,
I've learned this
you're
week.
gonna have to sort of
Fill us
explain a little bit to me.
Well, apologies if I've missed the memo because I feel like everyone's just gonna know about this, and I didn't really follow the gossip of stuff like this. But I was looking through the comments on something about Max Verstappen, and someone called his dad a wife beater, right? And I was like, what? Like, what? His dad's a fucking wife beater, mate. But he's not a wife beater as such because he got away with it. So it's allegedly he's a wife beater, so he didn't get sued.
Yeah, alleged.
Anyway, do you want some stats on
Yeah, man.
Jos Verstappen? 21 arrests, 17 rapes. Joking.
I was gonna say
No.
Legend.
Oh, I shouldn't say that. That's a bit. But that was the start of like a Eminem song. That's why I said it. No. Right, no. So 106 starts in Formula 1. So we had quite a few races. Only 17 career points over them 106
That's not very many.
starts. 2 podiums. Yeah, so not
Who did
exactly.
he race for?
Well,
Who did he
Benetton,
race?
Simtech, Footwork, Sorrell, Stewart's, Arrows, and Minardi over his 107 races, 106 starts.
Okay.
Fair dues.
Spanning between 1994 and 2003,
I was born then.
but on and off. Anyway, if you scroll down on his Wikipedia page, you get the controversies. I feel like loose women.
Wait, because you got the tea.
Mm.
They used
Oh,
to
yeah.
say- I used
Spill
to
the
say
tea.
Front runners. Oh, like that's
Yeah,
like
instead of
when
Malibu.
it was-
No, so I'll stop
we
drinking
should get
that.
mugs.
Yeah,
We
so
should totally invest in mugs
We should.
anyway,
and pencils.
No pens.
I did look at it, but they're expensive, mate.
Really?
Yeah. Seeing this is a filler, I'll talk about pens and mugs. I
you
quite like
have
it.
to invest.
I want a pen.
Do you know,
No, I want a mug.
I have
love a
this
mug.
weird, like, I won't call it a fetish. I don't like doing stuff with pens, don't think this, right? But I love looking at stationery.
Yeah, you do.
I'll go to a shop, like, we'll go in like a Sainsbury's or something, and I'll just look at the stuff, I'm like, ha ha.
Yeah, you love
Like,
it.
never buy any of it, because I don't have any use for it.
Yeah.
Buy pencils now and again for drawing, but... Do you know what I mean, though?
But we could moonpig a
No.
mug.
Yeah, we should moonpig it.
Nah, Vistaprint, because I got a voucher.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they sent me a voucher because they fucked up some cards I had made.
Oh, can we get mugs then?
We'll just get 3 to start with, because
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to really...
No.
We'll just get them here.
Yeah, I
leave
wasn't
me.
saying like merch.
Yeah, people buy merch. 10 subscribers buying merch. Imagine he did.
Oh.
All 10.
Well, imagine like
We gotta have
your
goals.
mum randomly had it and you're like,
She
you
didn't...
bought
She
our
didn't
merch.
I checked, she didn't subscribe.
Sick.
Traitor.
I don't think she listens.
No, I don't think she knows.
I
what's
said
going
this to
on.
both my parents. I don't think they listen.
Your dad's just like disappointed.
On the old channel, everyone watched and listened.
Yeah.
No one does now. I feel like
It
no
was-
one's bothered.
It's easier to watch like
Random shit than...
yeah. This.
Yeah, but... yeah. This isn't really a lot of F1 though. There's a bit of like a mix of it.
Well, I have no idea what I'm talking about half the time, so.
Yeah.
We just enjoy chatting shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
But that being said, back to
the
Max
case.
Jos Verstappen being a piece of shit.
Yeah.
After 1990, it says, I'm just reading this off his Wikipedia. I haven't done that deeper dive. Actually, let me read this better one. So, in 1998, he was found guilty in court of assault. Him and his father were both found guilty of assault and sentenced to a 5-year suspended sentence after reaching an out-of-court settlement with the victim. Right. The charges went back to an incident at a karting track in the Belgian town of Lanaken near Tongeren, right? Fuck off! You read that then. What does that
I
say?
don't know what you're talking about anymore.
Where's this town? What does this town say there?
Tongeren.
Yeah.
Right, in May
You
1998.
need to say the sentence again because I got
All right.
stuck on
The charges
Tongeren.
went back to an incident at a karting track in the Belgian town of Tongeren, right? It doesn't matter, does it?
Well, you're the
This
one-
could have been in like Staines, and
Yeah.
it's still bad. Anyway, the Verstappens and
Who? Why is he
you read
reading
it. Oh, mate. Right. No. Let me start again. The Verstappens and a group of friends became involved with a fracas after another group of people who wanted to use the track. After a fight with a 45-year-old man, after a fight. No, it says after a fight. This is written bad. I'm
I
sorry.
love Wikipedia.
Yeah, a
Is that even
45.
Wikipedia?
No, it is. Oh no, this is just a weird article I found, but
That's terrible.
I cross-checked it. After a fight, a 45-year-old man was left with a fractured skull. A settlement was reached between parties before the case even got to court. Verstappen finished 12th in that year's F1 World Champion. Oh no, that's actually what it says.
Is that?
Yeah, it goes to his F1 stats after.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, a fractured skull,
Nice.
mate. Right, a fractured skull. I did sort of think, oh, what if it was just he punched him, he fell, smashed his head. But then him and his dad wouldn't have got the same charge, would they?
Yeah, that is really weird.
So that is a full-on like they like stamping on his head gear. Like that sounds like that, doesn't it?
What was
I was
it over?
mind blown when I read this because he's on the grid with Max all the time, isn't he? He's there all the time. Let's hope Max doesn't take after him.
Yeah, I'm not his biggest fan anyway.
Who?
I am. I think he's really fun
I
to
like-
watch. I think he's
yeah.
decent. That's the thing. But yeah, that's not all anyway.
No.
Yeah, but in December 2008, Verstappen appeared in court with Tongeren, charged with assaulting his wife, Sophie Kumpen, mother of Max Verstappen. Right? This says, I'm reading this. This isn't me saying he did it, okay? But it says he got away with the assault charges, but was found guilty of threatening Kumpen in text messages and violating previously issued restraining order.
It's pretty insane that he had a restraining order.
Yeah.
I mean,
What?
I don't know. It's,
But I could understand
There's
if there
no
was just
other
one.
information, though.
Yeah, and then in November 2011, media reported allegations that Verstappen had assaulted his ex-girlfriend. So there's a few different people that have said this.
yeah, but then it's one of those. If someone's got tarnished with that sort of thing, it's
can
very
say.
easy
Yeah,
then
it's not necessarily saying.
to have the tiniest thing go against them and it get blown massively up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
And
not-
he's
I'm
quite
not-
he's a public figure
You
as
know,
well.
yeah, exactly.
You got to give him slight benefit of doubt, but it's strange
Yeah,
nonetheless.
I mean, that's the thing.
It's
You never know what goes on behind closed doors.
Mm.
Don't matter who you are, you never know. But
And in his case, he likes closing the door on her head.
seems that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can. That's the awkward thing. You never know, do you? It's
No, because they could just be twats back. But
That's the
and
thing.
also you don't know who started the fight at this track. But How angry do you have to be to like a fractured skull is like
Oh yeah, I mean we all have.
I've never had a
Sort
fight with
of.
someone over a bloody kart circuit there. I've been to a few. We nearly did. Remember? Remember when we went
yeah,
go
when that
karting?
Stag do was there.
Yeah, and they were right pricks, weren't
they
they?
made me go right into the tires, didn't they?
Yeah, and you got like buried under the tire wall.
Yeah.
He poured
Poured
well, it was
water.
an indoor track, so the surface is grippy, but when it's wet, it's like an ice rink, innit?
Yeah,
And they
and
poured water
someone
in
had
front
done
of
it
you
off
on
the
the track
top.
from the balcony.
I caught it, basically went straight under the tires,
Mm.
went on top of my legs.
Yeah. Which in itself was a bit funny because I thought you just crashed, and it was quite
Yeah.
funny because I was like mugging you off.
Yeah,
but
but
but I thought I didn't realise, and then they were messing the whole session up.
because then, can you remember when I was in there? One of them then went literally piling straight into me.
Yeah, and then I was
Yeah.
driving around the corner, going around the chicane under the yellow light, and one of them's coming back at me, going the wrong way down the track. Yeah. And that was the closest I think I've ever come to getting really pissy
That's
at
terrifying.
people.
Mm.
But they gave us a free session after because it did
Yeah.
ruin. I was
Good.
fuming. Though.
Yeah, they were pretty sound about that.
Yeah.
But it's not the point.
No.
They were still dicks.
But we still didn't fracture their skulls.
no, there was
There was like 20 of them.
20 of them, and
Yeah.
there was me, you, and 2 others.
Hmm.
Then, as you can tell,
But
we're not exactly the most.
Yeah, he's not.
You look like the cuddliest teddy bear ever.
Fuck off!
Oh, he does.
Nah.
Voice,
What was a teddy bear?
Your voice literally just went.
Aw.
Oh, okay then. Well, fuck off. Fuck off, mate.
No.
Aw.
No, I'm not. No. But that being said, we didn't even think about fracturing their
No,
skulls,
no.
right? So it makes you think, how bad a fight? Why would you even let it turn into a fight? You'd get in your car and drive off before you let it.
So was he? He was a public figure when that happened, or was that before?
1998?
1998. Let's have a look. What did I
You
say?
said 94.
What his F1 career?
But then was he like actually famous?
Yeah,
'Cause
1994,
I've never
1998,
heard that
so-
name before.
Yeah, you haven't, but in the F1 world, yeah, he
Would
was a
they
well-known
know who he
figure.
was?
Yeah, he definitely,
Okay.
yeah, he would have been a well-known figure at the time.
Okay.
But it makes you think, don't fracture his skull, just call him a twat.
I mean, I don't think they beat him up in the intention of like, yeah, let's fracture his skull.
Yeah, I'm gonna take
No,
it just
no,
that
but
far.
then- It's still,
Dodgy that they probably really did
Yeah.
dig into him.
yeah. It's it doesn't matter who you are, whether you're a celebrity or
Yeah, you
just a
don't.
normal person. You know the boundaries of having an argument with someone, or
You don't let it go that far. It's,
No,
yeah, it
God,
makes you
no.
think that's dodgy grounds. So he's a shady character, definitely.
He just seems very angry.
Do you ever notice? You know,
Temper.
like there was another article I saw, but I want to lead it on with this and see if you've seen this as well. I think everyone has. When you were younger, playing like rugby, football, whatever sport you did, there was always a parent that took their kids' sport too seriously, and they would like grab them by the back of their neck when they leave in the football field or something like that, because they're like, "Oh, you played like shit" or something like that. Have you seen that?
yeah.
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 My dad was never really like
I
it.
did, well, I never. I mean,
My-
my dad came and watched me play once.
We used to come all the time. We used to just, yeah.
You'd sit
My
in the
dad
car
got
if
for
it
me,
was
like-
Mum
raining.
got it with the rugby ball in her head.
Dad come and watch me play football twice.
You played Saracens, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
Avon
we
Mouth.
used to come all the time.
He watched
I
me
was
play
Avon Mouth.
twice. Once for Sarah's.
Yeah.
Even when I went on tour and he came, we were playing a tournament.
Mm.
I'm looking on the sidelines as like a
Aw.
little like 12, 13-year-old going, "Oh, where's me dad?"
he's
And
bloody in the
he
clubhouse.
walked off to find a pub.
Now,
Class
to be
act.
fair, my dad, he would always go off when I was training. He'd take me down there and then he'd go and sit in the clubhouse and just have a chat. But at games, he did always watch. But he would never get to the point like he was like, "You were
Yes.
fucking shit that
Shit,
game."
yeah.
I hate parents
You
like that,
shouldn't
mate.
have done it to the
And
left. Or,
a lot of
yeah.
people say, a lot of people that are successful in the sport, they say, "Oh, when's the time you do that?" But I don't think there ever is a time. If it needs that to happen for you to become successful,
No, I think
I don't think there's a good time to ever do that. to
No,
a kid.
I think if you really, really want to push your kid into making it big time with whatever thing, there has got to be a certain element.
I think
of
constructive
push.
criticism, but
Yes.
but
Yeah.
I
but
don't agree with the
you shouldn't be the one pushing your
slamming.
kid into it. It should be your kid's decision
Oh
to
yeah,
want to
yeah,
do
yeah.
it.
No,
Yeah.
I do agree with that. It's obviously if it's down to the kid ultimately, and it's there. You're as a parent, you're the one there supporting them and pushing them that little bit
Yeah.
because we all know what kids are like.
You don't necessarily want to carry on a
Yeah.
sport.
Especially if they're putting their money into it.
Oh yeah, yeah. And I think that's the thing with kids. Sometimes it's very easy to find distractions, and
Move on to the next
as
thing.
parents, they kind of think, well, no, hang on, you've got to have that certain element of discipline, and
Yeah.
I need to push you as such.
Yeah.
But I don't
But I
agree
don't like
with
this. Grab and burn. Oh, you were shit. That you should never put your kid under that kind of stress.
Nah.
Stress. I don't think.
Nah.
Because as a kid, I remember being at rugby, and the coaches. I spoke to him recently, and he was, "Oh, I only did it because I wanted you to do well and things like that." But I never responded well to that. Like, you know, they single you out and be like, "Sam, no, you need to be doing this." I never
Yeah,
responded well
I
to
had-
that kind of pressure. I was always like, "Why are you singling me out?"
Yeah, I had a couple of obviously football, rugby, depending on what I did. I had a couple of different types of coaches.
Do you think it depends how seriously you take it? Like, because if, like, so you didn't want to be a rugby player, so you're going to be more like, why do I care? Whereas if you were like, oh, no, I want a career in rugby, you'd probably be like,
Oh, I did though.
okay.
At that age, I did want to. I thought I wanted to be
Yeah,
a
I
rugby
still
player.
were like,
I think the majority of
screw off.
people that do it at that
No,
point
no, I
wanna
didn't.
make
No, I
something
just
of
didn't
it.
like being singled out. I was like, look, I'll do it, but don't be a twat about it. That really made me not. That's what made me quit it in the end. I got to about 16, and then I was like, I'm not in for being spoken to. Like, my coach came up to me after a game, and he proper like ripped into
Yeah.
me, and I was just like, nah, I'm not interested now. Like,
Do you think that
pissed
would
me off.
prepare you for actual, like, scrutiny of, like, say if you got big?
I think
you
it's
would be
it's
scrutinised.
one
Yeah,
of
but
those.
it's the stress of like, as a 16-year-old kid, you shouldn't be putting a kid like under that much pressure. I don't think. I don't think it's helpful. I don't think, especially someone like me, where they knew I didn't respond well to it. They were doing it to rile me up.
Yeah, I think you've got to have that certain element of man management of knowing
Your team and
you're
how they
different.
react.
But also,
everyone's different. Everyone
say you were
does...
a professional. We watched the first episode of the new Drive to Survive. That Gunter Steiner, Max Verstappen slams his door and he goes, "Oh, he just smashed my door," and I think he meant he slammed the door. Kevin Magnussen, sorry. And he went up to, I don't know who he was, it was one of his team, and he's going, "Yeah, he can't do that to me," and he's poking his chest like that. And I'm thinking, I don't give a shit what profession I'm in. If my boss done that to me, I'd smack him. Poking your chest,
Yeah,
giving it that,
I'm
you'd be
quite-
like, "Get the
awful.
fuck away from me."
He's
He's a
awful.
terrible, terrible
I'm
manager.
very surprised they're able to get away. You look at it in our parts. If my boss done that to me,
Right?
You
know,
wouldn't
if
hang
went
around,
in,
would
if
you?
you went into work tomorrow and your boss
she
come up and was
like,
prodding
I'd be
you,
like, "What?"
you're fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't have it.
So I'm amazed it doesn't matter
And they're on
what
camera.
job it is.
Yeah.
You should not be. Able
You
to
shouldn't
do
be
that.
treating your team like that. I think you should be have a word with Kevin.
Because
He's being a prick.
You're not going to get the best out of your team.
But and also the way he talks to his team.
It's
I'm using him as an
awful.
example. There's a lot of bosses that could learn from watching that.
Yeah.
But you know when you do, I don't know what they call them, but it's like a team briefing, and they all sit around their computers and they look at the data and they talk about every team, even when they seem to be winning. It seems like such a negative experience, and it could be. And if you're losing, that's the last thing you need is to be like. There's one. He's like, "Oh, if these things don't change, I'm gonna make changes," and you're just thinking that is not
he
a good
literally
way.
said that to one of them. He was like, "I'm gonna make," as if to say, like, if you don't sort this out, I'm gonna sack you.
Yeah.
It's literally
And it's
what
like,
he
"You're a
said.
boss, mate."
I
Like,
mean,
so
I think
passive-aggressive.
when you look at it in that sort of
It's so high intensity.
business, it's not that. It's the money.
Yeah.
You know, the money that's involved in that
yeah.
is ridiculous. Now, yeah, if they're not performing to where they need them performing to, that's gonna have a massive effect on
Yeah, but
what they can invest in the
we all
following
get
year
that
and
within
whatnot.
our jobs. If you're not performing right and you're not doing a job correctly, you will
Yeah.
get scrutinised by your boss. But they would never come up to you and scream in your face because they know they'd get a smack.
It's as simple
Do you know
as.
what I mean?
No, it's not even that. It's as simple as you can't get away with that anymore.
No, and but if
20
you had a
years
boss and
ago-
he's prodding you in your chest,
Yeah.
giving
I mean,
it, you
20
would
years
you
ago-
would put him on his ass, wouldn't you?
You go 20 years ago, you could do that and get
Yeah.
away
I
with it.
honestly don't think any of our parents, you started prodding their chest and when they were of like a professional, not like apprentice. Apprentices used to get some shit. I'm talking like just on work line. You start prodding their chest, telling them what's what. You just got battered back in the day, especially back in the day. I reckon. I don't think anyone would have had that. And but for some reason, bosses get to this level and they're like, "Oh, I'm the boss now. I could just talk to people like shit." And the way he runs his team is so
better
negative.
not be a little
A little dig at something.
dig
there.
at me, like, Joey.
Oh yeah, you're gonna be the boss soon, and I
Oh
don't
my
want to
God.
be hearing about you.
Tomorrow.
Sam's
Prodding
gonna walk in
people.
there and be like,
Yeah,
"You're
imagine
all
he
fucking
goes
shit."
straight in. He goes up to his favorite person, but now he's the boss, so he's like, "Ah, you fucking prick."
If you
And he
don't
starts-
sort this out, I'm letting go of
Just
you.
wait, dude.
his fingers are gonna get extra pointy and just being like, yeah.
You.
Oh,
you,
Sam's
Yeah,
gonna have one of
you.
those plaques that's like Mr. Boss or something.
Oh,
Just
Sam,
showing it.
Mr. S. Franklin on your desk
Yeah.
sort of thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
Don't
but
I
do
actually
you-
want to invest in that?
I think you should.
I would. Yeah, I'd do it just for the
That's your
crack.
present,
You
birthday
should. You should
present.
buy a lordship and
Lord.
make your name's Lord Sam Franklin.
Get a cane.
You can buy that. It's like 70 quid.
Shut up.
You
Yeah,
could buy the
can.
title.
Yeah.
And you could have it on your driving license. You could have it as an official title. Then a little tip for you.
Wait, no, Germany, is this true?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
could buy you could buy the
Use
title.
that extra money.
And just be Lord Sam Franklin.
Yeah.
I thought of doing it for the memes.
Wait, are you?
Lord
You're not
Franklin.
sure?
I'm not fucking with you. My dad's
Look it
mate done
up.
it.
Should we do it?
Just for the meme. I think it'd be funny as fuck.
Should we actually do it?
We should get a lordship,
Lord
right?
Farquaad.
Go to Vegas and get married for the joke. Wouldn't that be funny though? And then it'd be Lord Sam Franklin and Lord Sam Pinnell.
Lord Sam's.
Yeah.
This is like.
I don't know if it works in any way. You're not like an actual lord, but it's a title.
I'm happy with it just being a title.
Yeah, you can do that though.
Lord Franklin.
Yeah.
Oh God.
That I'm doing it.
Do it.
I'm gonna go home and
Look
Talk
at
about
this,
wasting
yeah.
your money, mine. Should I look it up?
Yeah, don't end
Right.
up at 10k.
Anyway, I just think.
I'm not gonna do a 10k this
You
year.
could
so
you could open the 10k.
Anyway, the reason
Lord Sam Franklin.
cut the ribbon. I have no need this year, so.
The reason. There you go. Buy an English title, $24.95, Lord or Lady
Bargain.
gift title gift.
Do you reckon at Christmas they do like
I
special
I don't.
offers?
Yeah, maybe.
2 for 1.
Oh my days. Sam,
Yeah,
we
you'd
need
have
do
to look
this.
more into it.
We
but
need to
you can
do
do
this.
it. But anyway, the reason I brought out the whole thing of like strict parents, bad bosses. There's a story of Jos Verstappen leaving Max Verstappen at like a petrol station when he had a bad race when he was like 15.
Like
He just
wouldn't
ditched his
talk
son
to
off.
him.
And they said it said that he had a bad race. He said he should have won that race easily, but he made a few fuck ups and ruined the whole weekend. Right? They got into an argument on their way home in the car. Right? You should just offer constructive things like, "Oh, you can't win them all, can you? Like sometimes fuck ups happen. Everyone fucks up." But to let your 15-year-old son rile up so much that you ditch him off in a petrol station, he had to phone his mum to come and pick him up, and they didn't talk for the next week. Imagine letting a 15-year-old wind you up to that extent. That you did your own son, and you just ditch your own son off. Like, that shows you're over the top, doesn't it?
That's terrible parenting.
Do you think that's because
And I'm not saying I'm the best parent, but that is terrible parenting.
Do you think that's because he was also a race driver?
He's trying to
Like,
push
do
him.
you know
He's
what
trying
I
to
mean?
push
Like,
him.
yeah, like he's like,
Yeah, but
well,
he's nowhere
to
near
be
as
this good. I need to treat you this way because this is what. it will
Maybe
be
because
like.
I think you normally find in that sort of
'Cause
thing,
think
like
of the pressure
if you know,
Max Verstappen's under now.
yeah, but like you were
Yeah,
saying,
you shouldn't
so
leave your kid in a petrol station.
I
no,
know
I
that,
totally
but-
That's
agree with that.
endangering
But
your
if,
kid.
Yeah.
So if you look at it, as you said, he had what was it, 106,
106 starts, yeah.
Yeah.
107 it says, but 106 starts.
just 2 podiums out of that, yeah.
3.
2, I think.
So he didn't exactly have a.
He didn't have a
great-
successful career. He had
Yeah.
17 career points.
That's
I think Max done that in his like first 2 races.
yeah, it's pretty shit.
Yeah.
So maybe
Yeah, it's like
He wanted
not
more for
jealousy.
him. He
Yeah,
wanted
yeah,
it's
more
not.
for him.
It's not jealousy. I think it's
I
trying
didn't
to
do
make
it, so you
He wanted
that
more for his
name-
kid.
big. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I never got to do it.
Mm.
You're gonna fucking do
Yeah.
it, and I don't agree.
But
with
some
it.
people take it too far. I'd rather my kid not succeed than put him under that kind of pressure.
Yeah.
Not succeed in that sport.
no, I know what
because
you mean.
a
I know
lot
what
of
you
kids,
mean.
they're doing these sports, and you could tell it's their parents' dream, it's not their dream. Do you ever notice that? And you're like, why are you doing that? Like, your kid clearly doesn't want to do that, but you're forcing him to, and that really winds me up. Parents that
You gotta find a level though, because I think like
you've got to find a certain because kids don't know
like
what they
our
want
mum
to
and
do.
dad, like there's part of me that's like, oh, maybe if not if they'd yelled at me, but like if they'd been like push me to do something.
Yeah, we never
I
got
would
pushed.
have been like,
And
there
it was
needs-
then
I think
hard
there
to
needs-
motivate us
then,
to
yeah,
do anything.
There needs to be some level of, and also building someone up. I think, like, how do I say it? Like their parents probably give them confidence as well as, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I felt I at the other end. You say you didn't get pushed. I, believe it or not, was quite competitive in swimming.
But your parents
Right.
are quite good at
But
giving
no,
you
no,
guys
but
confidence.
They did, but they pushed it too far with that. Like, I remember them being like, oh, disappointed because I didn't go once. And once I had tonsillitis, and it was like, first few days I'd just gone back to school because I used to get it really bad and I'd be off for like 2 weeks. It'd proper
Yeah.
wipe me out. And I was like, I don't really feel up to like doing like a 2-hour bloody training session. And I remember they didn't really say anything, but I was like, in my head, I'm like, I'm going to be made to feel so guilty because they've already paid for that.
I mean, so you should.
Yeah,
Where's
I
your
know,
dedication?
Yeah, exactly.
Tonsillitis.
No, but you shouldn't feel like you have to do it. And I did do
Put
it.
your head underwater. If I just paid for that swimming
Yeah.
session for you.
Yeah. Well, no, it's paid for as like a package, I think.
Oh,
It's like an annual
Did
thing.
you get it back at the end of it?
Well, no.
Well, then you'd be going under.
I was ill,
I
Sam.
feel like we used to pay like £2 to go to like Rainbows.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Is that how much that costs? I went
It
to
was
brownies.
So stupid, that.
Brownies,
You-
beavers.
It's all coming out.
Yeah.
With the brownies, I was like, nowadays though, they couldn't say no.
I done Cubs,
Cubs.
Beaver Scouts.
Yeah.
Nah, so I done brownies. Why do I keep saying brownies?
Right, I was generally like, you actually had brownies now. Because
No.
you probably had slipped way too much there.
I can imagine. Oh my god, I
Right.
can imagine him wearing the little dress.
You know in
Yeah.
Shyhampton where the two huts are?
hut.
I keep thinking of the brownies hut, and that's why I'm saying it.
Pervert.
Because the beavers one's next to it, the scouts one's next to it.
Yeah.
Right,
Do they still
I
do
done
it there?
beavers.
Yeah.
Yeah. I done beavers, right? When obviously you get too old to do that, you have to move up the one. I went to Cubs, and they were just like making us run like laps of the yard and shit, and I was like, this feels like I'm in like a camp.
I done all three. I loved it.
Yeah, you used to go on the camps and stuff.
Yeah, I know. I got all the badges on the first one, but I just went.
Yeah, I did Rainbows.
Couldn't get on with
I
it.
did the same. I went to Brownies once, hated it, and then went back.
Hannah done brownies,
But see,
and I used to
reckon-
get really jealous because they'd always get sweets at the end of theirs.
Yeah, you used to take
I-
20p.
Beavers never gave me sweets at the end, from what I can
Yeah,
remember.
you used to pay for it. It was like 20p for a little bag.
I can't.
Yeah, but there was a decent amount in there
Yeah,
for
you
20p.
did get a lot.
Whereas I never remember getting sweets from beavers. What's wrong with me?
He
Do you
definitely
want
went
me
to
to drop you off
Brownies.
at Brownies?
No, he
Maybe.
definitely went to Brownies.
Maybe.
Or do you just want some Brownies?
But to be fair, before I
You just
started,
want some Brownies,
yeah,
don't you?
before I started
Got
at,
brownies on the
before I
brain.
started at
Brownies.
beavers, I was a bit jealous that she was able to like do something there. I wasn't quite old enough to start any, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I would have done that.
But that's what I mean. Like even that, like if Mum had pushed me, like no, you have to go to Brownies. I probably would have
Right,
had fun
so
at Brownies.
it goes beavers, cubs, scouts in it or something.
Yeah.
Cubs.
Beavers.
I thought it was.
Beavers
No,
is
it's
the first one.
Cubs, bro.
No, beavers, cubs, scouts. I done beavers.
No, it might be done.
That sounds horrible name, doesn't it?
Beavers.
It is.
So like, oh, I heard that the female sex organ has been called a beaver to me,
Have
and
they
now I
changed
just
it
don't
now?
think that
'Cause
sounds
can't,
nice.
Can't girls go to Beaver? Or, like,
No,
is
no.
it
Well,
not-
no, I reckon they. How
thought
can
they
they say
could.
no these days?
I thought that they could. Or is that like
I'm
American?
surprised there haven't been like riots over that.
Yeah.
Like, but anyway,
Yeah, but you go over America, they've got like Girl Scouts, and
Yeah.
so it's Girl Scouts.
We don't call
Hmm.
it that.
It's just Scouts.
Girls is rainbows,
Guides.
brownies, and guides. Yeah.
yeah. So what's the? Oh, it goes guides after. Is there one up above guides?
No.
It's once
So
you've
that's
done
it.
no. So once you've done guides and scouts, there's other things then you can move on to, like the what was the one quite common down by us?
Make sure
was,
you're talking into the thing, guys.
what was the one round near us? Sea Cadets. Yeah, they kind
yeah.
of went into stuff like
Oh,
that.
did they?
really?
Sea Cadets, Air Cadets.
Sea Cadets was down by Lamplers, wasn't
Yeah.
it? That's
Yeah.
still there, isn't it? Yeah.
So like, yeah, if you'd
That place used to
Obviously
freak me
age
out. I
out.
used to think it was more like a cult.
I went over there.
You could always hear him shouting,
Because they're
couldn't you?
always a bit weird.
Me
and
and
I'm
Dad went over there and ran a bar for a Jamaican wedding over there.
Oh, really?
I never knew
So
that.
cool, so good.
Oh.
Yeah.
A Jamaican wedding, was it cool? Or, like, was
Yeah,
it
no,
good,
it was
like,
really
good
cool,
crack?
Oh,
man.
weird.
But I think someone from the Sea Cadets was getting married to a Jamaican woman. And
Oh.
basically they asked Dad to put like a pop-up bar. So me
That's
and him
cool.
went over and ran it.
Oh, right.
I never knew that.
But yeah, it's really, really cool.
All right. That's yeah. But yeah, I know what you mean about the cult thing though, because you go past there and I'm like, Christ, I would have hated that as a kid. I'd have felt so
Yeah.
scared,
Yeah.
like, because they're proper like making them stand to attention. I'm like, you
But
said
then,
like
yeah,
little
but then it
kids.
sets people up for then if they want to go.
If they want to do that.
But I
yeah.
remember
For
at
rules, yeah.
school there was a kid that still done Scouts. That's the top one, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was like 15 or something,
Mm.
maybe. Might have been younger, but I remember it like that. And I was a bit like,
I'm
It's a bit
pretty sure
weird,
you
innit?
can
A
carry
bit
on
nerd.
doing it until
yeah,
you're like.
you could do it as long as you fancy. I
Fine.
think. I think you could just do it. I think you
No,
could, and then you could become like a
A leader or
Like they're
yeah,
like-
you
they're like-
become a leader if you want.
coach thing, like you know what I mean.
What were they called?
Cub leader.
Mine
Scout
was a
leader?
woman at
Scout leader.
Beavers.
Rainbow
What
leader?
was Arcala? Didn't they had names, didn't they? Ours was like Arcala.
Arcala. That's what you sound
Arcala.
like you're saying.
What
Arcala.
what was your? Do you remember the number of the hut? It was like
Yeah,
191.
191.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, that's the same one I got.
Oh, so fun. I don't remember.
What?
Yeah, because I had to go to this thing once, and they were asking which area you were, and I didn't know at the time. I was like, "What are you on about?" And this kid just went 191 over my shoulder, and I
I've
shit
still
myself.
got like my certificates and stuff. Like in my,
I've still
in my
got
little
all my
memory
old
box.
uniforms, man.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
I'm going
No.
to show you mine.
I've got all my swimming badges. Look, you know,
still
you
got
collect the
all
book
mine.
of all your
Yeah.
swimming certificates. I got all that.
with the tiger.
Yeah,
I look at
I
like my
love
old
that.
swimming trunks and think, fuck me, I was small once.
yeah.
Literally, I couldn't even dip my
Oh no,
big
to be
toe in
fair,
there now.
I don't feel like I need a diet when I
Yeah,
look at my
yeah.
old little baby swimming
When I
trunks
was, like,
from when I was
2
6 years
months
old.
old.
it's
I
like
do,
just
but
me.
not because of that.
Just
Yeah, he's
me.
going in like, I'll fit into these one day.
Give myself 6 months.
Yeah.
I'll get into it.
Bikini bod.
I'd actually have to like have my legs amputated to fit into my old stuff like
Yeah.
that.
I could fit my toe in it,
Yeah, yeah.
but that's about it. Get to my ankle.
Not
That was my
even.
waist.
Yeah, I don't know how we got to this, by the way.
I don't know.
We hadn't
went
spoke
off
much
on a
F1 in this one.
tangent.
No.
No. But,
Fun
yeah. And in other news, Ferrari's engine cheating got brushed under the rug by the
What-
FIA
what
this
does that
week.
mean? I didn't hear about that.
So I think it was about 6 o'clock after testing. There was a big thing about was Ferrari's engine legal last year. They were investigating it, and they've come to an agreement with Ferrari. But they might have now, but I haven't seen anything. They didn't really release any details about it. And they were what they call oil burning, and I don't really know how it works, but I think it's somehow leak oil into the expansion chamber, whatever fucking thing in the engine. I don't really know how it works, and it obviously makes it go faster. It burns the oil, which you're not allowed to. They made that illegal, obviously, under the regulations, and they've sort of released the statement late in the day so it could sort of be brushed under the rug. But basically, Ferrari have got away with cheating again. It seems like.
I think Ferrari are gonna do shit this year.
I don't. I reckon they're
I
gonna
thought
shock
at first,
everyone.
but then now I'm a bit like.
Whoa, fucking hell. Sorry.
I think they're gonna do quite well.
Do you?
No.
I think that yeah.
Yeah.
When I say do you, I'm shocked because you said before. But
Yeah, I take it back.
no, I for some reason I just feel like they're just taking a different tactic because
No.
they seem like they're being a bit bait. Like, oh, we're shit this year. It's like
Like, why would you literally
Well,
come out
that's-
and be like, the guy literally
yeah, but
came
Mercedes
out,
every year does that, and then they're good.
The guy literally came out and said he was like, oh, we're not going to be competitive at the start of the season, probably mid-season. And I'm like, why would you say that already?
Trust me, I think
Yeah, but a
he's
lot of
gonna
them
be
do
pretty
that.
poor.
They're like shock on the first
That's what I'm
race.
saying.
No, I think they're going to be poor this year. I'm not saying they're going to do ridiculously, but they'll still obviously be top
They ain't gonna
side
take
of the
yeah.
team standings,
Yeah.
but I don't think they're going to be competitive as such.
So there we go. Formula One's governing body, FIA, say they have reached a settlement with Ferrari after following a long-running analysis into the Italian team's 2019 spec power unit. Ferrari's power unit has emerged class of the field in 2019, and the red cars of Sebastian Vettel and Charles Leclerc displaying a power advantage over rivals enjoying impressive straight-line speed. Their rivals had stories about how they were gaining an advantage but never launched a formal protest. A series of technical directives were issued clarifying the situation, and a new double fuel sensor regulation put in place, which is what they've done. Is the team boss consistently denied any wrongdoing, and the team were not found to have broken any regulations. Oh, well, there you go. It's definitely just a loophole then or something. I don't really know much. I'd have to read more about
do
it.
you think even if they had done, like, they would have?
It does feel like Ferrari get away with fucking murder, mind, doesn't it?
Just because they're a big team, though.
It's because they're a big team. They're an old team, and I think they feel like they need Ferrari and F1 to be able to do anything.
I think if you lost a team like that,
I think Ferrari are a bit F1. Like Ferrari, McLaren, Williams, I feel are the big three names you need in F1.
Yeah.
Like Red Bull, I don't think it'd be the end of the world if they pulled out.
No.
If long as someone of that budget could fill that space.
Yeah.
You don't want another low budget team. Otherwise, you're gonna have like one big budget team.
I think maybe Mercedes are creeping up to that.
It says.
I like Mercedes.
So it says FIA and Scuderia Ferrari have agreed to a number of technical commitments that will improve the monitoring of all Formula 1 power units for forthcoming championship seasons, as well as the CFI and other regulatory duties in Formula 1, and its research activities on carbon emissions and sustainable fuels. Which makes me think they did do something shady, and they've come to an agreement of, we didn't know, or it was a loophole, it wasn't strictly in the regulations, and now they've found a way of like, all right, we'll monitor it better.
Yeah.
But it seems like it's been brushed under the rug a bit. I hadn't heard much else about it, and it feels a bit shady, and I feel Ferrari just get away with fucking everything. You know what I mean?
I genuinely, I've still got it in my head. They're gonna have an absolute shit season.
I don't think they will.
Did they do well last season?
Not particularly.
I put 20 quid on
They
it.
did alright. They had a few wins, but they were still well off.
I'd put 20 quid on them finishing fourth.
Where
Do you reckon?
last season?
Fuck, I'll actually take that because they ain't gonna finish fourth. There's no way.
Fourth?
Well, who do you think would take third?
Yeah, who will be third? McLaren.
Mercedes, Red Bull, McLaren, or
Be
Racing
cool.
Point.
So any of Mercedes ain't gonna take fourth, are they?
No.
I swear you said Mercedes.
No,
Mercedes
you said
top.
Mercedes.
Oh right.
Red Bull.
Yeah. Oh, you think
I think
McLaren?
They
McLaren
were
and Racing
second.
Point are gonna have good seasons.
They were second.
I think Racing
Right.
Point will. Cause
You
it's
gonna go
based-
there?
Yeah, fucking
20
right.
quid.
Yeah.
Ferrari
I hope
to
you're kind of
finish
right.
fourth.
Yeah.
Is
Alright.
Racing Point the pink one?
Yeah, write that on there.
I'm writing it down.
Yeah. So
I get 20 quid if they finish fourth.
yeah, and then if they finish anything above fourth,
Prediction.
I get 20 quid.
Sam and Sam P.
Yeah.
Who? What?
So I think they'll finish third.
Ferrari.
Ferrari
Can't
finish.
spell
No.
Ferrari.
I think Ferrari finish above fourth.
I've literally written that.
I think second or third they'll finish.
And I think fourth or below. Well, I don't think below, but
You think fourth? There's no way they can
Remember
drop
this.
lower than that. I don't think.
no.
So above. No, below. Fourth or below.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will be shocked.
Okay.
I don't think there's any way they're going to be below.
I don't know. They've got good drivers.
I reckon they'll be most likely second.
I'll start disappearing every race weekend and their tires blown
It
again.
gets a
What?
bloody Abu Dhabi Grand Prix and then you won't be here that
No,
week.
Sam will be like, oh, Ferrari's been my team of the year.
Yeah,
Love
no,
Ferrari. I knew they'd do it right from the
Sam
start.
be like a
I knew it.
Ferrari plastic fan, like.
You
Start
will.
coming on
You'll
the
have
Ferrari
merch.
hat, like
Oh.
Yeah.
Sam-
Yeah, if they
Sam
come
will love
first,
the
you'll be like,
merch.
I just love Ferrari. Like,
Yeah.
always have, always
do you
will.
know-
I didn't write that.
Do you think, when you get like, I notice on forums, if Mercedes get criticised, you get these people going, oh, you're just sour that they're doing well, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you're allowed to criticise a fucking
Yeah.
team. People get so funny about it. I'm allowed to criticise Mercedes just because they're
Yeah.
doing well. I'm
It's
allowed
like
to criticise
me,
something.
like
If I think they're being
yeah.
dodgy or I think they're being twats about something. But you
Yeah.
get people that are like, oh, you're just sour, blah, blah,
Yeah,
blah.
you have to
And
be
don't you
like-
feel like a lot of them is like English mums that are like in their 40s, like, oh, I love Lewis Hamilton, I let him do one with me, oh, I wouldn't kick him out of bed. You know what I mean? Like most, do you know what I mean though? They're all like that, like, oh, I love Lewis Hamilton, oh, I love him. Do you notice that? Right? They absolutely love him, and it's just because they fancy him, and they're like, oh, good old Lewis, right?
I mean, I can't say I fancy him, but I do like
I
him.
used to be like that.
Let's get to my point.
Roman Reigns.
Not
But yeah,
with Lewis
basically, a lot of
Hamilton.
these mums just want to get shagged by Lewis Hamilton. They think he's fit, and they're like, "Oh, good old Lewis, I love him, brilliant." Right? I'm not to criticise Mercedes, but don't you think? Can you remember back in the day when if you supported Manchester United back in the day, everyone go, "Oh, Glory Hunter," you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a bit the same.
I
If
know what
you
you
support Mercedes for Lewis Hamilton, I feel like you're just a bit of a Glory Hunter.
Yeah, but
You're
that
just
don't mean
supporting
people
Mercedes
can.
for No, it's fine, but a lot of the time they're just if Lewis moved to Lotus, well, not Lotus, they're not even a team now, but say he moved to Racing Point, they'd suddenly be a massive Racing Point fan.
Yeah, probably.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but then that's not if you'd like followed him.
No, but don't
You were
be.
a
Yeah, but
fan
you're a
of
fan of
him.
Lewis. You're not allowed to criticize Mercedes because Lewis drives for him.
Yeah.
You got
I
to
get
bear in
what you
mind
mean.
they never even cared about Mercedes before Lewis was there.
Yeah. I
That
get
annoys
it.
me because I'm like, what? So I can't now criticize Mercedes because
Yeah.
your golden boy Lewis Hamilton's there.
Yeah.
Like,
I know what you mean.
yeah. And I'm not saying I don't dislike Lewis Hamilton. I think he's actually probably
like
alright.
Lewis
But I don't. Yeah, just shut up on your Mercedes high horse.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And yeah,
Totally agree with you.
Was
I'm
he-
for the
yeah.
good old
Even
British
though-
teams, McLaren and Williams.
Even though I am a fan of Hamilton's.
Yeah, I like
Yeah, I like him, but I don't suck Mercedes' dick the whole time. Do you know what I mean? Because that's what half of them do.
At the moment, I just like seeing him doing well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Mercedes, but I like Hamilton doing.
This is
It's nice him doing well. Do you know what I mean?
or like I don't really understand.
You're nowhere near the mic. By
I
the way.
don't really
Yes,
understand.
I am.
I
Sam.
hope this
I
picks
don't
up.
Yes, I am.
I don't understand the technical side of the car. So in terms of the team, I don't really understand it. Like so, when you go, "Who's your favorite team?" I just say, "Oh, Red Bull," because I don't really know. You know what I mean? Like I can only even like I don't really know. Oh,
We lost the
no,
camera.
battery's exhausted.
We lost the camera, guys.
I'm exhausted as well. So.
Why is the battery exhausted? I charged it.
Bye.
All right. Anyway, we'll wrap it
Continue.
up there then.
Yeah.
We still got the
Sweet.
audio, so it's
Basically,
fine.
Yeah.
I don't know anything other than Hockenheim.
Right.
Have a
Um,
lovely week, everyone.
Oh, that's
Available on
sad.
Apple Podcast. Subscribe to us on YouTube. I've noticed there's a lot of more people watching on YouTube than subscribing. That's not allowed.
You've got to click the
No,
subscribe
yeah,
button.
subscribe,
And
man.
you've got to click the bell. I have the bell on.
Right, if you
so
are watching this YouTube video and you're not subscribed, get off.
be a bell end and click the bell.
Get off.
Yeah, why are you listening?
All right. See you. Bye. We'll be
Love
back
you.
next
Love
week.
you.
Love you.
Spotify,
Bye.
Apple
Bye.
Podcasts, Life.
Yeah.
Life.
Well, Apple Podcast.
Hockenheim.
Prioritize them because I can't find it on Spotify. See you. Bye.
Oh.